Alright, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell, and salutations to the Akim around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. I entitled this video, Patience, Balance, and Not Being Self-Righteous. Is three things you will tend to have problems with on a daily basis when you're in the truth. You understand? Especially if you're young. Because really and truly the three of them just go together. But at the same time, it's something that's had to apply in almost every single thing you do. Like for example, balance. Balance when it comes to living, balance when it comes to discernment. Balance is something that you had to have in judgment. You understand? Like the scriptures talk about being over righteous or over wise. You understand? So you had to have a spiritual balance or discernment, as those call it, to be able to make certain decisions on a day-to-day basis. Like for example, if I'm saying to yourself, you had to work for the Sabbath. You had to understand you can't be over righteous. You had to have balance. You understand? You can't say because the Sabbath ain't going to work, you'll get fired. And then what? And all are going back to mercy also, because you know that to yourself in this kingdom, you wouldn't be able to keep the whole law. But it's not about keeping the whole law, it's about keeping it to the best of your ability. That is where faith and grace does come in. But all that is discernment you will know, especially when it comes to balance. You just had to have a balance. You just had to have that discernment. You can't be over righteous, and then also you just had to have patience, because really and truly, there are times you have to do certain things that contrary to the scriptures. But that's like, for example, I just give you like working on the Sabbath, or sometimes might have other things that you might end up doing. And sometimes knowing to yourself that you have to live in this wicked system, that you can't be able to do everything that you would like to do, it just frustrates you sometimes. Like I remember when I had now learned certain things about food, I gotta understand that there are a lot of things that Esau just put bits and pieces of unclean meats and all these different things. When I was a younger at the point in time, it used to get to me. It get to me so much, I was hardly eating at all. But then, after time pass, and I get more discernment, I don't understand. You can't keep the whole law. That's a reason why Ezekiel had to eat cow's dung. Because in this society where the Most High would drive us, he knew that we will be able to keep the law perfectly. That is where you come back to being over righteous. You understand? So I suppose you're supposed to use that balance. Not to say that you're going to eat pork, but if you had eat veggies out here, if you had eat greens, 10 to 1, majority 95% of the greens probably are eaten as GMO. You understand? And those things are not good for you. But where you eat? You understand? The Most I know the situation we're in, because he put us here. So that's just like examples of what I was talking about when it comes to balance, when it comes to not being over righteous. But the patience itself is our next trial, because knowing that you have to do these things on a constant basis and knowing how much you're displeased with it, you still have to be patient in the situation. You still have to have patience to know, well, hey, this is what we're subjected to until the time comes. You have to have patience to know that you are to serve a nation that way weaker than you. You understand? And you don't know for how long. Because, as the scriptures say, he cometh when nobody know it. Well, just paraphrasing. No man know it the hour. So we don't know exactly when he's going to return for us. So we had to be patient and wait until we had to come out of this hell and stop eating all this craziness we had to be eating. Or that we wouldn't be able to keep the law perfectly because we live in a sinful flesh, and it always causing you to lust and envy, and always striving against your spirit to try to cause you to do wrong. And a lot of the time it has caused you to error. So these are the kind of things that we are to be patient about. So that is be like things like that is be like daily struggles with those three things: patience, balance, and not being over righteous. But at the same time, really and truly, if it's a man of the Most High in the spirit, the Most High would give it that discernment to know how to balance these things. You understand? The scripture saying he that is spiritual judgeth all things. So the Most High would help you. And if you have faith in him, he would forgive you where you fault up. Because at the end of the day, you're rehearsing the righteous act. You're not perfect at it. You know, I just want to touch on, like basic things like this, because these things would affect a brother, especially if he's young. You know, it might get to you from time to time, but it's something that everybody had to go through. We had to, as the saying is go, we had to understand wickedness to appreciate righteousness. So these things that we subjected to for a time until the Most High see fit to remove it. Because at the point in time when we wasn't subjected to like a kingdom like this, we didn't appreciate it then. But all is ordinance. You understand? So I was telling the brother, always pray for discernment. You know, always pray for the Most High to guide your thoughts, to help you to make decisions, so you can be able to work with that balance properly. Because you know how the scriptures say, the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. You know, just paraphrasing. So there are times that you're gonna be erring and you're gonna be trying to convince yourself that it's right. You mightn't be using balance properly because you'll be thinking with your heart and not spiritually. All these things just have to pray to the Most High to actually help you with, so you'll be able to do it according to the scriptures. And then you can't be overly righteous. When scriptures talk about in Ecclesiastes 7 verse 16, it say, be not overly righteous, nor over wise, lest you why destroy thyself. You understand? All these things you had to pay close attention to, because these is battles. Things like these is battles that you go have on a daily basis, and there's most of the time the trials you get will be somewhere around those three things. So always pray for discernment. Always pray to ask the Most High to, to help you and to strengthen you to resist temptation. And when you do falter, pray and ask the Most High to forgive you. As the scriptures say, if you confess, Most High is merciful to forgive your sins. So when you do falter, pray and ask for forgiveness. And have faith that He will forgive you, because all has fallen short of the glory. So that scripture must be fulfilled. So men must fall. You must fall before you come into the truth, and sometimes you'll falter after you come into the truth. But it's not for the man who does never fall, it's for the man that endures to the end. Because that man who has hardly fall, and when they do fall, it's because they fall out. So you have to ask the Most High for that endurance also, to actually help you, so when that time does come, you can be able to bear with it. Whatever trial you have to go through, or whatever decision you have to make, the Most High will be able to help you through it. You understand? Anyway, I don't want to make the video too long, Guess I'll touch on those three things. Always try to be circumspect, as the scriptures say. Always try to use wisdom. There's often your brothers saying, they say, be not confident in us, be not confident in us in a simple way. I think that's how they say, be not confident in a simple way. The scripture also say, if any man think he stand sure, so let him take heed lest he fall. So you always have to be mindful. Always have to pray, ask for strength, guidance, and always try to ask the Most High to help you in everything you do. And pray and ask for forgiveness when you falter. Because it's not for the man that never do nothing wrong. As the scriptures say, we are saved by grace through faith. Right? And that's a gift that the Most High gave to his hopeful elect. So, with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, and elders of the ministry well, and salutations to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. It's Yaraba from Trinidad Camp saying Shalom, brothers, stay strong.